Hello listeners, welcome to my new podcast series Autism Weekly. Today I will be talking about the autism condition that affects people, autism. I feel like this is a very misunderstood topic that affects many people. This series will consist of 3 podcasts. In this podcast, I will be answering the question, what is autism? So, what is autism? First of all, I should make it clear that it is nearly impossible to pinpoint what autism is exactly. People need to understand that autism is different for every person. This is just how I would explain it to someone. Autism is a neurological condition, neuro meaning the brain, that affects approximately 1 in 100 people. Autism is just one part of a wider range of conditions known as the autism spectrum. This spectrum is not only made up of autism, but other conditions such as Asperger's syndrome, Rett syndrome, and child-Hodgkin's integrative disorder. It affects people in 3 main ways: communication difficulties, problems with social interactions, and competitive behaviours. Autistic people have a higher percentage of having a learning disability, such as dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, and ADD/ADHD than non-autistic people. Most children start showing symptoms before their 2nd birthday. A few symptoms to look out for are avoiding eye contact, isolating themselves, repetitive words or phrases, also known as echolalia, repetitive behaviour, senses are heightened such as sound, texture and smell, challenging behaviour, sometimes such as meltdowns and random outbursts, taking phrases literally, gets distracted, uncomfortable to change. Autistic people also have a higher percentage of developing depression or anxiety. Because of this, there is also a higher suicide risk for autistic people. I carried out a survey among my peers. Most had some knowledge on autism, but many thought it was caused by the MMR vaccine. It is in fact a genetic disorder, but we don't know which gene caused it. Autism is not caused by the MMR vaccine. Demographic does not affect an autism diagnosis. It can appear in any person in any age, regardless of their social class or gender. However, 4 times more boys than girls get diagnosed. This is due to misdiagnosis in girls and their ability to mask. Masking is when an autistic person is able to mimic non-autistic people's behaviours to blend in and disguise their autism. This includes making eye contact, socialising, learning conversation topics other people will be interested in, and practicing how to act. Most people on the autism spectrum have an average to above average IQ and are more likely to excel at one topic more than the others. These may include math, music and art. This could be due to the fact that autistic people are good at looking at attention to detail. I gathered some vox pops about what people think autism is. So, what do you think autism is?
Well, there's a huge spectrum of autism, so you can't really put it down to one thing. Some people say it is a disability, but then again, autism can always give birth to a talent of their own.
What do you think autism is?
I don't know.
There is an organisation called the National Autistic Society, which has a website and a YouTube channel that gives people clearer understanding of what autism is. There is also a video on the YouTube channel called Can You Make It to the End? In it, a boy with autism is walking through a mall with his mum, and he shows his reactions to his surroundings. I made a similar segment about how an autistic person perceived the world while walking down the street. Warning! This will include a loud volume of noise that could be triggering to some autistic people. If you get uncomfortable around loud noises, then I suggest you skip over the next couple of minutes of this podcast. You are walking down the street. A car zooms past you. Closely followed by a police car. You go past a group of people talking. And finally, hear a screaming baby. Doesn't sound that bad, does it? Now picture the same journey again, but everything is amplified. The siren sounds excruciating. The baby's scream pierces through your ears. Or while you can hear every conversation at the same constant pitch. And that's just the sound you can hear. Imagine the smells, such as smoking, and the brightness of the sun feeling like it's blinding you. There are many stores around the UK which have autism-friendly hours, where there is less noise and it is less crowded. For more information, visit the National Autistic Society website and YouTube channel. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Autism Weekly. Make sure you tune in next week, where we will be discussing how autism is represented in the media and whether or not it is done correctly.